On the Trail of the Immigrant by Edward Steiner, published by Fleming H. Revel in 1906. This is an excerpt from Chapter 5, titled At the Gateway. The barges, the boats, on which the immigrants are towed towards the island are of a somewhat antiquated pattern. Antiquated means advanced in age, outdated, or obsolete. They are old. And if I remember rightly, have done service in the Castle Garden days. And before that, some of them at least had done full service for excursion parties up and down Long Island Sound. Excursion is a brief pleasure trip. Here it is contrasted to the purpose of transporting the immigrants. So excursions were parties and things done for fun. The structure towards which we sail and which gradually rises from the surrounding sea is rather imposing or impressive in size or grandeur, and impresses one by its utilitarian dignity and by its plainly expressed official character. Utilitarian dignity means its usefulness or practicality that is also worthy of respect or honor. So it impresses people by its usefulness and practicality. With tickets fastened to our caps and to the dresses of the women, and with our own bills of landing in our trembling hands, we pass between rows of uniformed attendants and under the huge portal of the vast hall where the final judgment awaits us. A portal is just a door or entrance, especially a grand or imposing one. We are cheered somewhat by the fact that assistance is promised to most of us by the agents of various national immigrant societies who seem both watchful and efficient. Mechanically and with quick movements, we are examined for general physical defects and for the dreaded trachoma, an eye disease, the prevalence of which is greater in the imagination of some statisticians than it is on board immigration vessels. Trachoma is a chronic and contagious disease of the eyes that can lead to blindness. And statisticians are analysts who study statistics to measure things. They are number crunchers. From here we pass into passageways made by iron railings, in which only lately, through the intervention of a humane official, benches have been placed, upon which, closely crowded, we await our passing before the inspectors. Already a sifting process has taken place, and children who clung to their mothers' skirts have disappeared. Families have been divided, and those remaining intact cling to each other in a really tragic fear that they may share the fate of those previously examined. A Polish woman by my side has suddenly become aware that she has one child less clinging to her skirts, and she implores me with agonizing cries to bring it back to her. Agonizing means heartbreaking, showing great pain or distress. In a strange world, at the very entrance to what is to be her home, without the protection of her husband, without any knowledge of the English language, and with no one taking the trouble to explain to her the reason the child was snatched from her side. Somewhere it is bitterly crying for its mother, and each is unconscious of the other's fate.